Accelerated 30 is a learning community where students are placed into English 101, and then they take an English 30 course that immediately follows the 101. We use what is called just-in-time teaching. The purpose of it is that after students have had a 101 class, the students who are in the Accelerated 30 class, which is generally 10, meet for an extra class period where they have extra workshop and extra tutorial with the instructor and with the other peers in their group.
When I first got to the class, I didn't know what to expect. We were already getting what type of paper we were going to be writing, the length of it. And then from there on, I was in a panic, but the professor, he calmed us down because he gave us models of what we were doing before we started doing it. We got to do a lot of peer editing, so it made for a great paper overall for that first essay that I had to write.
The advisor I actually went to, he was my College 100 teacher, and he had advised me to do it, but then he kind of went back on his word because he said that it was going to be too difficult. He said it was going to be double the test and double the papers, but it ended up not being anything like that.
Well, I took English 101 and 30 mostly because I started out college not really knowing what class I needed to be in. I started out in English 28 last semester, and I was told, well, you probably could have been all the way through English by now, with your ability. So I ended up taking English 101 and 30 so that I could get that done quicker.
For me, I wasn't so great in punctuation and that kind of stuff, grammar, and that helped a lot actually, because in the beginning of English 30, he helped us focus on punctuation, and in English 101 you have a punctuation test, and so I did excellent from the first or second time. So
I had Professor Sullivan, and he was really cool. He was really patient with his students. It wasn't, you don't understand this, or you have bad punctuation and grammar, that you're a bad student. But when I took the English 30 class, he really took his time to teach me where to use punctuation and how to use good grammar. And he would work through my English 101 essay with me in my English 30 class so I could get better grades.
So the accelerated program, really in a nutshell, we're trying to help you out. When we look at things like, we'll start off the class by looking at grammar, punctuation, because that's generally what people need, but really it ends up becoming a class that is focused on developing your ideas and putting your ideas into a framework that meets whatever the academic need is, whatever the essay format is at that time. So if you're interested in coming to a class where you're going to have to be active, you're going to have to actively participate, you're going to be asked to engage in the ideas of student writing, not just in your own writing, but in the idea of others. If you're interested in collaborating with not just your peers, but with myself, if you have me in a class, or Professor Albright, if you have her in a class, then the English 30, the Accelerated, and the English 101 is definitely something you're going to want to look into and be a part of, and we'd be happy to have you in it.